Time to see what the wizards are up to.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us for our Wizard Weekly. We have a lot of exciting things to talk
Cool
about
stuff
today.
yeah.
Some spoilers. We finally have a Kickstarter preview page for Robot Quest. So before we get into that, I just want to congratulate Elia. Not sure if I'm pronouncing this properly, from Nuremberg, Germany. We do a giveaway every week. They have won Kapow Volume 2, and you'll be getting that at the time when we're fulfilling the Kickstarter backers, so it's not available yet, but when we can get that to you, we will get that to you, so congratulations. And for this coming week, we do a giveaway every week, and Saffron will post a link below on how you can enter to win the prize, and it is worldwide. So if we can legally ship to your region, we will ship prizes there. This week, we're giving away the Star Realms base game. Yeah. So this game obviously is like our most popular game. So many of you have it, but I'm sure all of you know someone that could use a copy, and you can always use an extra copy to leave in your car or your backpack. At least that's how I feel.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Like if you already own it, you can totally enter. You can give it to a friend, or maybe you want to have a Star Realm set that you've customized the way you want it to be, where you've mixed in whichever sets you like, the base set with Frontiers and maybe say Heroes Pack or whatever configuration is your sort of perfect configuration. And then you can have just an extra set of Star Realms that you can just grab and throw in your backpack and bring around with you without messing with your sort of big set. Or as Debbie said, you can give it to a friend. So that's cool. And with that Kapow Volume 2, it's just like Star Realms. We have Star Realms, the base set, Star Realms Colony War, Star Realms Frontiers, any of which can be played on their own. Same thing with Kapow. Kapow Volume 2 can totally play it on its own. Kapow Volume 1, you can play it on its own. Combine the two together, you can have up to 4 players. So basically, either one is a great place to start.
So last week I talked about the fact that we're participating in Osshocks. I actually talked about it being this weekend last week, and I was wrong. It wasn't last weekend. It's actually this coming weekend. And I wanted to let you know that we have the time set up for the demos. So how these demos work, these events are demos. They're learn to play demos. So if you don't know how to play Hero Realms, or you don't know how to play Hero Realms on Tabletopia, you don't know how to play Sorcerer, or you just want to learn how to play it on Tabletop Simulator, and the same for Kapow. These are set up at these times, and essentially like the first couple people to come will be playing, and anyone that joins after can watch. Or if you get there first and you don't want to play and you want to watch, that's fine too, but that's how we set these up. If you come and you don't get to play and you want to play, you can ask in Discord. Chris Swan is running these. He's awesome. He and I did videos together on how to play these games as well online. And you can just ask in our Discord channel, and we can schedule another time. We didn't want to overdo it on the scheduling, but we're happy to set up additional demo times if people would like that. So just ask us. And yeah, if you don't have our digital Star Realms app, we'll be giving out app codes for the Star Realms base game as well, which normally costs $5. So, and if you come, you can get one. I hope to see some of you there.
Yeah, and the Kapow and Sorcerer Learn to Play are especially cool because right now we have for Kickstarter backers, we've got new sets available that aren't out yet. The stuff from the Endbringer Kickstarter is up on Sorcerer. That's available, so backers can be playing early, and you can give us feedback and become a play tester if you give us data on 5 games. So if you haven't done that yet, and maybe learning how to play the game on the simulator is a little bit of a barrier for you, you can jump in, watch these, figure out how to play, and on the simulator, and then you could participate in that play testing if you want to, and get to play the new sets early. Same thing with Kapow. Kapow's not out yet, but we've got the content on Tabletop Simulator, and we're gathering feedback from our backers and from players of the game. That's a thing that we did to play test during the time of COVID, because we can't do our normal thing of getting a bunch of people together in person. So this is a great way for us to test, and the Aw Shucks thing is a cool way for you to learn how to do it.
Yeah, definitely. We don't want to be lonely in Discord. So Aw Shucks, we still don't have our link for the Aw Shucks Discord. We're gonna be running it in the event Discord for Aw Shucks. So what I'm gonna tell you is, come to our Discord channel. We'll have a little channel there that's like the demo channel, and you can ask, and we'll post the link there. You can ask questions there, but and we will post on social media when we get that link. But if you want to note down one of these times and just come to our Discord channel, we'll have it posted in there. We generally have like a demo event convention section, and it'll be in there. Yeah, I'm excited about that. So Rob, don't make any plans for this weekend. If we need more demoers, it's going to be you. This Wednesday, Darwin's going to be live streaming. So come battle him. He was saying to us, I think this sounds like a challenge, that he doesn't know anyone any credits. I think that means he beats everybody.
Oh, it's trash talking. I see.
Yeah.
So it's time to come beat Darwin down.
I was like, that sounds like a challenge. Yeah. So yeah, please, we don't want to hear that one next time we talk to Darwin. All right. So go beat him.
Yeah, I know there's some Star Realm sharks who are watching the stream. So you guys can jump in there and give Darren a beat down.
Yeah, I also want to mention some people will be streaming. Well, we're going to talk about the command decks coming in the digital app, but there'll be a couple of people streaming, at least one that I know of tonight at 10, which I'll host on our Twitch channel, and I can post in the comments below watching, he can post it, his Twitch channel, streaming the command deck. So you'll see some of that from some of our players this week as well.
Yeah, new content coming to the app.
I am very, very excited about. So I just wanted to, as a reminder, cover our tournament schedule. We've, covered this before, but just as a reminder, and then we did have something new to talk about. But do you want to?
Oh yeah, sure. So basically, if you haven't tried them yet, Star Realms tournaments in the app, they are super fun, and we have very cool prizes in them. You can win credits, but we also have custom avatars in the weekly championship. The winner of that gets the alt art Scouts and Vipers. So if you've ever played somebody and they've got these ridiculously cool looking Scouts and Vipers that don't match yours, those you can win by winning the weekly championship. And we're doing a new thing, free tournament Wednesday. So on Wednesday, we're going to have 4 free tournaments. These are all Eastern time, 6 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m. 6 a.m. one is pretty good for the Asia and Australian time zone folks. And 1 p.m. Eastern is pretty good for the EU. And then we've got 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. for East and West Coast U.S. So we try to get a time zone for everybody. Now, normally when you enter a pay tournament, you can, as soon as we put it up, you can register, pay your credits, you're in. With these free tournaments, we're doing a little bit different because there's no barrier to entry for paying. So with these, there'll be a notify me button. So you go into the tournament, when it's posted, you click notify me, and then 10 minutes before the tournament starts, registration opens, and they're capped at 128 players. So basically 10 minutes before the tournament start time, just log in there and click register, and you'll be in the tournament. So when you click notify me, that's just a way to get the app to ping you a reminder, and then to actually register for the tournament. 10 minutes before the tournament starts, go in there, click register, and you'll be in. And if you don't make it in the first tournament that you try, we do have the multiple time. So if you are free for multiple tournaments, try and jump in the first one, and hopefully everybody who wants to play will get a chance. And we're excited. And the prizes on the free tournament are exactly the same as on the regular casual tournaments. So you can win You can win credits in the app. You can unlock that avatar.
You're gonna be playing.
I'll be playing in some. Like I definitely have played in a few of the tournaments, and they're a ton of fun. But with the it's a little challenging with the family and running the business. You can't play in all the tournaments, but
squeeze it in.
But I definitely do like to get in there and battle some.
Well, it covers me up about half the time too. So he actually talks most of the time on these. Emma is our friend from the Netherlands. She actually has a really fun stream, and she loves parrots.
Yeah, I was going to say, but probably I would imagine there would be some parrots on that stream.
Yeah. So, and we must have misunderstood Darwin when we did our meeting with Darwin, because apparently Game Freak and Star Ranger kicked Darwin's
nice. Well done.
So I misunderstood. I thought he said that, but I must have been wrong. So sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Okay, let me get back to my place here. Okay, so we were going to chat a little bit about the new set that's coming to the digital app.
So our digital team is constantly working on improving and adding sets to Star Realms all the time. And the most recent thing we've been working on is the legendary commanders. So we've got the 6 legendary commanders coming into the app. You're going to be able to play them PvP, and we're also going to have, of course, new campaign chapters involving them. If you want to help us test them out, we are going to be bringing these into the beta. And as Debbie mentioned, some of our beta testers will be streaming. Keep in mind, in the beta, there may be bugs. There may be some issues. And the legendary commanders are a lot of fun. Whenever you play a legendary commander, that 2-faction card, there's an 8-cost card of the 2 factions of the legendary commander. That card does not go on the legendary commander's deck. That card gets shuffled into the trade deck. So when you're playing with the red-blue commander, you will shuffle in. This 8-cost ship will be shuffled into the deck, and whichever commander your opponent's playing, their ship will be shuffled into the deck too. Either player can buy the card. Super powerful. You're going to want it, whichever commander you're playing. But of course, for the commander whose colors it matches, that's going to be an extra awesome card for them to get. And each legendary commander has their own gambits. So here's an example of a gambit. This one can either give you 2 trade when you activate it, or put the next ship or base you acquire on top of your deck. So basically, there are various effects. Actually, I don't think this is a one from the commander, but that's okay. That's all right. And we can see here you've noticed there's some worthless junk in this pile of cards. This must be something from one of the upcoming scenarios. So you can check out the campaign with the commanders. We got a lot of fun stuff in store for you. And so, as I said, if you want to jump into the beta testing, you can try them out yourself, or you can watch some of the people who are streaming it and check those out.
So we finally have a preview page for Robot Quest Arena. So I think this was posted, or Saffron can post a link below on where you can click to get notified so that you'll know when the campaign goes live. And of course, we'd appreciate if everyone would click it, because it helps, other people want to click it as well. So that would be great. And Rob and I actually had a lot of fun putting together a little video with the prototype that we have. Let's see, I'm going to attempt to play a video here.
We are attempting the high tech. So yeah, I'll just play. It's pretty short. And we'll also be posting this on our Facebook page. So, and we'll be sharing it around to get people excited about RoboCross. We're super excited. And I also want to mention Ori Kagan, who is, very famous for doing the Scouts versus Vipers. Oh,
videos.
Those are great. If you haven't watched them, check out Scouts versus Vipers.
But he also does highly professional, super awesome professional video production. And he put this together for us. And the animation parts came from the Perfect. So we're partnering with Perfect Day, a mobile game company who created the Robot Quest world, and they created the animation that's spliced into this video.
Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Debbie.
And this is Robot Quest Arena, the newest game from Wise Wizard Games. If you like deck building games like Star Realms and you like robots, you are definitely going to want to check this out.
This game is so fun and it's really easy to learn how to play.
And check out these adorable robot minis.
Pug is my favorite. Pug was built by a girl named Rhea.
Every turn, you're going to have a 5-card hand. Some cards give you energy. You can use energy to buy new cards from the shop for your deck. You can also use your energy to move your robot around the arena. Other cards you have will be attack cards. Attacks, some of them are hand-to-hand, so you can only use those on robots that are right next to you. Other attacks are ranged, and you'll be able to shoot robots that are many spaces away. However, you cannot shoot through obstacles like walls or other robots. We're going to have a complete playthrough video on our Kickstarter page, so you should check it out.
See you there.
Bye-bye. Yes, that's our little teaser video, and I know we've got a ton of Star Realms and Hero Realms fans on the stream. Robot Quest is a deck building game, plays just like Star Realms, where you're buying cards from the market, and you are getting attacks, and you're getting cards that let you do cool things, and you're getting cards that let you buy more stuff. But you've got the cool 3D model robots on a board, and you can move around on that board. And there are special spots where you have tiles that you can set up on the board that give you bonuses, or tiles that are have negative effects. You damage your robot. So that sort of terrain placement and movement give a really cool new tactical element. And when you have your trade equivalent, when you have energy, you can use that to buy new cards, but you can also use that to move around the board and get to those cool places or line up attacks, etc. So super, super fun. I can't wait for you guys to try it out. But if you like our other deck builders, you're going to like this one. And of course, we got the figures are really cool, and the board's really nice. So it's basically like you're getting like a Star Realm set with a lot of cool extras, like a storage box and a nice playmat, etc. Because basically all those cool things you need are all in the box with Robot Quest. So we're really excited about it, and you should definitely check it out when it comes to Kickstarter.
Yeah, definitely. The team's very distributed that's working on the game, and people are very jealous that we have the miniatures.
Yes.
Everyone wants their own set, but
yeah, we're
not
done.
inexpensive to get all the samples. So we're getting a few more sets made. Since
Rise of Empire Star Realms, that is that's one we've been working on for a very long time, and we are super, super excited about it. Got some in Rise of Empire, I know I've talked about it here on the stream before, so I'll try and do a quick overview. This is a Star Realms legacy set. So basically the game will change as you play it. And in it, one player plays the role of the Star Empire, and the other plays the role of the Trade Federation. This takes place before the first Star Realm set, before the Blob invasion. So there are only humans. There is no machine cult. There are no blobs. And so this tells the story of the birth of the Star Empire, the rebellion from the Trade Federation, and the war that ensued there. And we can do so many cool things with the set because it's a legacy set and because it's taking place before the Blob invasion. So something that initially I thought maybe we would never do in Star Realms, but we are doing here, and it's really cool. We have brand new factions. So this the ship you're seeing here, this is the Kingdom faction. So basically, the reason there are new factions in this set is these represent other Star Empires, other kingdoms, and such that were in existence under the rule of the Trade Federation before the Blob showed up. And Well, they're not in Star Realms anymore because, well, the blob showed up and they killed them all. This here you see a ship from the Kingdom. The Kingdom is a Star Realm that's a monarchy, and it's fairly militaristic. And they are neighboring the Star Empire. So the Star Empire player is trying to convince these other factions to join the rebellion and throw off the yoke of the Trade Federation, stop paying taxes, declare their independence. And the Trade Federation player is trying to keep the colonies loyal. And so when you're buying ships and bases from the trade row, and you're basically adding them to your armada, that represents them, temporarily joining your side or the other player's side. One of the really cool things in the game is you will have the ability to permanently make a ship or base part of your faction, and there's stickers that you can apply to the cards that will give them, like for example, if you're a Star Empire player, it'll make this card a dual faction Star Empire Kingdom card. It will cover up the Kingdom ally ability and the acquire ability with ally abilities and such from the Star Empire, and generally speaking, make the card more powerful while it's in your deck. But to balance out the cards, so basically, because with the stickers on them, the cards are more powerful, but their costs stay the same. What I wanted to do from a design perspective is make it so that when you're looking at purchasing a card, it didn't matter whether it was upgraded or not. They were both had their attractive elements. All these three new factions have different acquire abilities. So when you buy the card, it does something for you. Once it's upgraded in future games, the card will be on the table and will have extra ally abilities and such for whichever faction made it, but it will no longer have that acquired ability. So here you see this, the Archer gives you, when you acquire it, it gives you combat that turn. So so this card is these cards can be added to any Star Realm set, and they will be cool and fun, even though you won't have a lot of other cards to ally them with. The fact that it has that when acquired ability is super. And as you can see, the art is really gorgeous. Next one, here's the Earl. Nice trade generating card, but of course it gives that combat when you acquire it, and just the artwork is so gorgeous. Here's the keep, and as cards get more expensive, the when acquired abilities get more powerful. So this the 6 cost outpost to keep, when you acquire it, this thing gives you 5 combat that turn. So can be incredibly powerful. That can be enough to like wipe an opponent's base off the table. So so basically, those when acquired abilities are no joke. They're really strong. Now the rest of the base is a little bit weak for its cost. 6 costs for a base that yeah, just for a second. So 6 costs for a 3 combat, 1 combat ally ability. That's a little weak for for a 6 cost base, but you have that really cool when acquired ability. Now, if you upgrade this card as a let's say your Star Empire player, and you take this card and you upgrade it and you give it Star Empire ally abilities and such, the power level of the base is going to raise up while it's in play. But to balance that out, in future games, it will no longer have the win acquired ability. We can jump onto the Knight. Here's the Knight. It's a 5 cost ship, and you can see this one has 3 combat when acquired. So basically, as the price of the cards change, those when acquired abilities will tweak as they go. And here's the Sentry, nice cheap card, and of course giving you that 2 combat bonus when you acquire it. So this is the Kingdom. We've previously shown cards from the Scavengers, and in a future episode we'll show you some spoilers from the Consortium. Those are the 3 new factions you're going to be seeing in Star Realms Rise of Empire, a incredibly cool legacy set coming. We'll probably see that this fall on Kickstarter. knock on wood.
So we had a couple comments. I think people couldn't hear me all the time, so I'll try to get closer to the mic. This is a new microphone, so I think we'll do some test runs with it and try the different settings to get it right. Paul had a question. Are we going to see some of the upgrades?
Yeah, so I did show on a previous stream, I did show some of the upgrades, but yeah, we'll show them. I'll show them again in a future episode. So basically, the way it works is I'm not going to spoil stuff. That there's a lot going on and things that you're going to discover as you play. But in the very first scenario, you're going to get a little sticker sheet with 5 upgrades on it, and it'll have an upgrade that by cost. So, for example, you'll have a 1 cost upgrade that can be used on a 1 cost card, 2 cost, etc. And there is an upgrade sticker at each cost. There's an upgrade sticker that could be used on a ship or that could be used on a base, assuming that there's both ships and bases at that cost within the game. And you can only use one of those 2. And basically that sticker goes on the basic covering the ally abilities and when acquired abilities of the existing card, and replaces it with new, more powerful abilities from your faction. So basically, if you can convince that ship captain or base commander to permanently join the Star Empire or the Trade Federation, whichever side you're playing, basically you're bribing them with lots of cool like tech upgrades for their ships. So you're basically making their stuff more awesome, but they are now permanently a member of your team. Now, in future games, that card will go back into the market, and either player can acquire it. So this represents basically the shifting alliances back and forth during a civil war. But the card will be more attractive to the player whose faction it is, because they'll have a much easier time activating those ally abilities, etc. However, sometimes you can have a game later on where you're at first you're like taking cards from the other factions to as a denial tactic, and at some point you can get enough of them where you can start triggering those ally abilities as well. So yeah, it's a really, really fun set to play.
Get 2 and play with 4 players.
So the cards are fully compatible with all Star Realms, and so you could play the multiplayer formats. However, the legacy storyline that we'll be walking you through in the games will be designed for 2 players. So basically, you could modify it on your own to make it for more players, but it's the legacy playthrough experience is designed as a 2-player thing, and the intention is that 1 player plays their side of that through the entire thing, and you'll have little victories along the way, which you'll have bragging rights on, and who wins what will have effects on the game. But we also have catch-up mechanics in there, so if you're losing a whole bunch of games, basically your side will get a little bit more desperate, and you'll have some things that will hopefully help even out the future games. So, but really fun, and when you're done playing, this legacy set will be fully compatible with you. You'll end up with a set that you can play with your other Star Realm stuff at the end of it and replay it. So you'll have a finite legacy experience where you're playing through a storyline series of games, changing your set as you play. And then when you're done, you can keep that going.
Will there be really cool surprise envelopes like legacy?
Yeah, so basically there's going to be I don't want to give away too much stuff, but there will be things that are sealed and you open up as you get to various points on the storyline, and they will do cool things. So yeah, it's a little tricky to talk about, but yes, there was going to be cool surprises, and I'm not going to spoil them.
Maybe on a future stream.
Yeah.
And then Paul asks how important are sleeves. Like, he's worried that with the stickers on the cards and sleeves, that when you shuffle, the stickers will get messed up.
So So I would recommend sleeves. Now, I can't say for sure because up till now we've done all our play testing with hand done prototypes where we're like using like stickers we bought at the store or whatever, and we're in the process now of our graphic designers designing all the stuff, and it's the game's fully designed and we're in the graphic designs portion now, and then we're going to have prototypes made and we're going to try different sticker materials, etc. And obviously my goal is going to be that it's sturdy and will hold up to a reasonable number of games without sleeves. But it's always better to play with sleeves, especially because with Star Realms, people don't just play Star Realms a few times. Like people play Star Realms like dozens, hundreds of times. So you're gonna be going back to this set over and over again. So any card, if you play it enough, will get beaten up. That's why they change out cards in Vegas every constantly, etc. Basically, cards will get wear. So and the stickers obviously make that a little bit more so. So yeah, I would totally recommend sleeves, but we're going to try and make it playable at least through the full legacy experience without them. We're going to try and make sure that the materials are good enough to hold up to that. But we are not at the materials testing stage yet. Although we've definitely been doing a lot of work with trying to move our production process more and more before the Kickstarter because we tend to be perfectionists and go through a lot of iterations, which has made us late on several Kickstarters in the past. So we're trying to have our cake and eat it too, be able to do all the tweaking and testing and get everything just perfect, and also be more on time with our delivery. So we're moving more of the stuff to pre Kickstarter stages.
Yes, and I think I can do a little bit of testing on that. We have a lot of different stickers of different materials here and a lot of cards and sleeves. So I think
but and this will all be in the design specs that I give. The factory's okay. It needs to be able to shuffling, et cetera. And we'll get a bunch of different samples and test them out.
So I had a couple other questions. The Kapow pledge manager, Dean had asked about, and I think someone else may have mentioned it earlier. That is a top priority, and I hope that we'll be able to send that out early next week. Thank you for your patience on that. We do like to send our pledge managers out later in the cycle versus other publishers, just so that people can, we have the most recent products in the add-ons and things like that, but it doesn't delay all the work we're doing on the product. It's just how we tend to do our Kickstarters, but I know people are really want to get the pledge manager in their hands. So that's a top priority. We'll get that out in the next week or so. There was feedback, Saffron, on the link to the Kickstarter Notify Me page that the link wasn't working. So it was on the YouTube post, but I think you probably put the same link for everyone. So if you can check the link and repost the link if there's something wrong with that link, that would be great.
Yeah, and we'll be posting that link around to our social media. So if we don't get it up during the stream, we will have it. We'll have it up. While you guys are thinking about questions, I'm just going to show up this guy's crate.
So cute.
Yeah, he's an extra heavy mech, so he has extra health and is harder for other mechs to push around the battlefield. Pug here, Pug's super quick and eager, and so he can when he respawns, he can respawn into the center of the board in addition to the corner spaces, so that can give you a really cool tactical advantage. Petri here. This little bot's great for aggressive players. You get to draw a card and gain a victory point every time you destroy an opposing robot. And there's no elimination in this game. Basically, you have a certain amount of health. They're represented by these cool beads, And these are also victory points. So when you attack another robot and you damage it, you take these off of their player cards. So you have a player card for the bot, and there's a spot for the health up here. So it's got the beads on that spot. And when you damage the bot, you take their health away from them, and you put it in a victory point pile for you. When you lose the last health on the bot, that'll be the blue one. That one's actually worth 2 victory points, so it's a little extra bonus for finishing somebody off. But when your bot gets taken out, you're not out of the game. You were just removed from the board temporarily. On your very next turn, you respawn in one of those spawn locations, and you're right back in the game with full health. So it's very video game, sort of fast and frenetic feel. And here we have Strider, awesome bot, and Strider has a built-in laser cannon, has the ability to make a ranged attack before you even do any upgrades on them. So all the bots have a different special ability, so they all play differently. Super cool.
Yeah, and if you hit that notify me link, you do need to be logged in. Someone was commenting that maybe you need account privileges. You need to be logged in. You should be able to see the link. So it sounds like there's some kind of glitch happening on YouTube that's not happening on the other channels. But you will need to be logged in on Kickstarter to be able to click the notify me, because they need to know who to notify.
Yeah.
So there's that. But if for whatever reason the YouTube link isn't working, you can grab it from our Facebook page or the Twitch, and maybe Saffron, we can directly post the link on the YouTube page. So thank you, everyone. I think that's
Thanks, everybody.
everything. Thanks so much for coming, and we'll see you next Tuesday.